Don't miss the final Frist Friday of the year on November 14th. Enjoy a 1960s-themed celebration inspired by the Frist Art Museum's latest exhibition, Paul McCartney Photographs 1963 to 1964, Eyes of the Storm. DJ John Stamps will be spinning classic hits all night long. Enjoy art, music, creative activities, and retro fun. Dress to impress and get ready to twist and shout. Get details and advance tickets at fristartmuseum.org. Today on CityCast Nashville, fall is the perfect time to visit local bakeries. So we reached out to a real expert, Milk Bar founder, Master Chef judge, and new Nashville resident Christina Tosi joins me today to talk about her favorite local spots for sweet and savory treats. Plus, the scrappy bakers she sees doing it right, and the big flavor trends on the horizon. Ooh, and did we get an exclusive on her future plans in our city? Well, you're just gonna have to stick around to find out. It's Thursday, November 13th. I'm your host, Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about. Christina Tosi. Oh my goodness, I am totally freaking out right now. I have been the biggest fan of yours since I was living in New York City when you launched and started working at Momofuku. I went in that first month, and this is a real pinch me moment right now. I cannot believe we're talking to you.
Thank you, Marie.
On CityCast Nashville.
Oh my gosh. And now we both live in Nashville. So here we go.
Welcome to my hometown.
I mean, from the mean streets of New York City to the gentle, bright spirited sidewalks of East Nashville.
I know. How intense was that when people started looking at you directly in your eye when you moved here?
Well, I'm from Ohio originally. My family's all from the Midwest. So I was very much raised with that sense. I'm the crazy person in New York City that smiles at people and tries to make eye contact on the street. And they're like, you must not be from here. And I'm like, no. My mom moved here too. And I'll tell you, Marie, she hadn't even decided to move here. She had taken a trip here to just look around and see if it was a place she'd be open to. And we called her halfway through her one-day visit. And she was like, this is my place. Because I literally walked around a random neighborhood and everyone made eye contact and asked me how I was. And I found my people, and they are in Nashville. So
one of the friendliest cities in the world.
I really just love it.
All right, we're going to get into it. We have so many fun questions for you today. If you could design a Nashville exclusive Milk Bar treat, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. So we have lived here we just hit our year mark, but we have traveled a lot within the year. So I feel like I'm still just wrapping my head around Nashville. What would it be? It's a baked good that I think spans early morning to late at night because I love that a part of Nashville. It's definitely dense and fudgy because the humidity here and I can't decide if there's a frozen element to it. We've been eating a lot of popsicles and ice cream living down south. I think there's permissibility to some frozen element to it. Are there peaches? Is it the other part of Nashville, right? Is coming from New York and then Ohio. There's your produce outlook is different. Is it peach based? Maybe. It's definitely warm and buttery. I know that. It's soulful, warm, and buttery. Maybe there's a cornbread element to it. I haven't quite figured. I'm still figuring out Christina Nashville, but I love this game. And if and when we open a Milk Bar in Nashville, it will be on the menu.
Oh my God. Especially since your corn cookie is my favorite and peaches are also my favorite.
I've never loved peaches more. I feel like I just found my peach era this summer in Nashville.
Oh my God, we're in our peach era.
You just don't really get the good stuff in New York. And my family and I were just literally passing brown paper bags of peaches back and forth. My children are obsessed with peaches because of living here.
Love this.
Peach corn. Okay. I'm into it. I'm like, ooh, when we're done, I'm going to go bake some things. I love this challenge.
Okay. You've eaten your way through a lot of cities. Let's do a little Nashville bakery tour. Who would you award a gold star to for the best sourdough bread?
Oh, I would say it's a solid tie between Bread Mama and Dozen. And I buy a loaf. I'm the crazy. I buy a loaf from one or the other every single week. That's what we eat for breakfast in my house. We keep room temperature butter out. We keep a little dish of salt out. We slice it. We smother it. We salt it. We go. My 2-year-old and 4-year-old know how to like put salt on their sourdough bread. That is how hard we're feeling these 2 brilliant bakery sourdough loaves. Yeah.
What about best biscuit?
Oh my gosh. This is going to be somewhat controversial, I guess. But so far, my best biscuit is Nashville Biscuit House. It's so old school, tender, tasty, lard, fatty, delicious. It's soft forever. It's not the crunchy on the outside, really good butter biscuit. It's the like really soft flour, fat, lard, make all your dreams come true biscuit. And I love it.
Best classic chocolate chip cookie.
You know, I feel like I'm still finding it. I'm like an undercover chocolate chip cookie hound. I like a really good cookie that is fudgy in the center and crispy on the outside. And I've eaten a lot of chocolate chip cookies. My favorite one is from some random coffee shop so far. My favorite one is from some random coffee shop in Franklin that I don't even know what the name is, but they do make really good coffee. And you can tell it's like, it's less of a blonde chocolate chip cookie. It's bigger. And it's just perfectly fudgy and underbaked in the center. But the jury's still out on it because I do still have like a tick list of places I haven't been. So I'm not willing to give an award out yet. But when all else fails, sometimes the grocery store chocolate chip cookie is really good too. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Best birthday cake.
You know, here's another controversial take. I love our Milk Bar birthday cake so much. I don't often go out and order cake. But I will say one of my favorite cakes, because I do when I go out to eat, I always order dessert. One of my favorite, I didn't think was going to be awesome, totally blew me away dessert programs, which is kind of all based around cakes, is at Brown's Diner. And there is some woman that makes them, it's like sheet cakes. It's not anything fancy. It's not layer cakes, etc. But it's the sheet cakes from Brown's Diners. That's the one place if I'm really craving cake, I'm like, I'm going to go get a burger and do the thing. And my kids love their soft serve machine. But it's a hot take because you would never think you were going to find anything. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think, but they're legit. They're legit.
I love a good Kroger sheet cake, personally.
Well, also, I mean, that's where I first fell in love with frosting. Give me that edge cut so that I can get the whole 90-degree angle of cake and then all the piping that goes on top. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, so delicious. All right, best vegan treat.
That's a good question. You know, I've been more and more obsessed with gluten-free and vegan in my own home kitchen baking, but I don't seek it out yet. I mean, I always order it, but I don't really go and seek it out as like dawning one with a vegan award. That's a really good one. The way that we think about it at Milk Bar is coincidentally vegan or coincidentally gluten-free, where sometimes the vegan or the gluten-free of things, they're good, but they're not great. And I think that's where as pastry people, we still have a lot of work to do, where it should be so good that it's not about it being vegan or gluten-free. It just happens to be that. But I've been doing more baking and eating of that in my own kitchen. I literally have sheet pans of gluten-free chocolate chip cookies over here. I kid you not. I came in this morning and like ate 6 different batches that I baked. So I'm like trying to work it out in my own head. I haven't been out in the wild to specifically. Everything I've had is good, but one doesn't stand out enough to award it.
Oh my gosh.
Just yet.
We're coming over for those cookies.
I know.
That sounds amazing. Okay, we're going to do a quick lightning round, Nashville style. Goo Goo clusters or pecan pie?
It depends on the pecan pie. You'll love as a northerner pecan pie. Oh, don't hate me. I need the pecan pie to be like, I need that middle to be really gooey and underbaked. But a Goo Goo cluster for me, the normal size, it's the mini. Like some of our best friends when we first moved to Nashville, they were like, if you do a Goo Goo cluster, it's a mini Goo Goo cluster. Like that's the best ratio.
That is a good tip. Yeah, the big one's too much. Hot chicken or banana pudding?
Banana pudding. The hot chicken is too hot for me. Even the most mild hot chicken, I'm like burning up over here. So banana pudding all day.
Southern buttermilk biscuit or a croissant?
So I'm biscuit. I'm a biscuit gal.
Biscuit,
Yeah.
biscuit girl.
Listen.
Okay, I love it. Okay, well, that's our little lightning round. That's it. Well, so something I love about you is just how much you love dessert and how much you uplift and encourage people to go for it, even though it's not part of our food pyramid. Let's pretend you're on a Nashville dessert crawl.
Okay.
And you have one bite left. Would you go for sweet or savory?
I've gone on a Nashville dessert crawl. I've been eating dessert all day. I go savory. I want a savory baked good. And like my savory
Really?
baked good, because for me, I'm constantly like, it's the reason we put like potato chips in the compost cookie. Like I'm constantly trying to find the balance between sweet and salty because I always over index in sweet. And the thing that I almost always want as my last bite is something savory because I know myself well enough to know I have no restraint and I've gone way too far in the sweet department. But like some of my savory, like favorite savory baked good bites, Baby Chan has a little sausage roll. It's like a little pastry with a little sausage in it that I think is just, it's not sweet, but it like still does the thing, right? And is sort of savory and salty in a great way. This is a funny one, but the Roberta's pepperoni pizza rolls, they're cheesy, they're savory. So like for cheese always like helps settle my sweet belly. Those are two of my favorites, but also the Horn, their sambusas. I mean, their chai is amazing and they have some really great milk cakes, but their sambusas, they have like a Philly cheesesteak sambusa. They also have like a veggie, a classic. They're also very good and light and crispy and textural, but savory in the right way. But I find that like I need a bite of cheese pizza. Like I need something savory, cheesy to settle my stomach after I eat all of the dessert because I'm not going to play it cool.
You know, when most of us want to learn a new language, it's not because we're dying to memorize grammar tables or ace a quiz. It's because we actually want to speak it out in the real world with real people. And that's what Babbel is great at, getting you there fast. Hey, it's Michael Zibiak, Chief Revenue Officer here at CityCast. My daughter's a senior in high school, and after graduation, we're taking a father-daughter trip to Spain. And right now, my Spanish is, let's just say, very high school level. Shout out to Senior Patty from Syosset High School. You tried. When we're in Spain, I'd love to do more than just ask where the bathroom is. I want to be able to chat with locals, order tapas, and actually connect, not just read the menu and point. So I'm starting with Babbel. It's all about small steps, big wins, and it's super easy to fit into my life. Honestly, with how busy things get here at CityCast, I love that Babbel's bite-sized, 10-minute lessons fit right into my day, between meetings or over my morning coffee. I'm excited to pick up some real-world Spanish before we go, so we can experience Spain like locals, not tourists. Doesn't that sound better? Right now, Babbel's got a special deal for our listeners. Get up to 55% off your subscription at babbel.com/citycast. That's BABBEL.com/citycast for up to 55% off. Rules and restrictions may apply. Gracias and adios.
Guess what? CityCast has some news. I'm Sean McPherson, the host of CityCast Twin Cities.
And I'm Jane Sihu, and I'm the host of CityCast Seattle. Hey, if you have a friend in one of our cities, can you text them for us?
Yeah, something, simple like, hey, how's that rash doing? And do you listen to podcasts? Because I have one you're definitely going to like. After that, tell them that CityCast has helped you become more informed, more involved, and more connected to your amazing city.
We're going to help that person you know in Seattle who's been trying to make friends.
And we're also going to do that for that guy you only kind of knew in college who moved back to the Twin Cities after graduation.
Don't we all have that guy?
Yeah, and usually that guy is named Todd.
So did you text them yet?
Jane, let's just wait a minute. We don't want to rush anybody. We'll do a little small talk. How's everything going in Seattle?
Beautiful, beautiful. Fall leaves popping. How about Twin Cities?
Today, beautiful and sunshiny in St. Paul. Okay, Jane, I bet they are done texting by now, and I just want to remind them, hey, you, please tell that friend to subscribe to CityCast Twin Cities or Seattle, wherever you get your podcasts.
Or if you don't want to text them and you're really just on Instagram sending them DMs all the time with like funny videos, send them a DM of our latest videos. You can find us at CityCast Twin Cities or CityCast Seattle on Instagram. Thanks.
I'm East based, so I feel like I won the lottery of all of the amazing like baked goods. Yellow Rose Cafe, amazing. They have the most amazing crepes, but also actually she has probably my reigning favorite chocolate chip cookie. I love Hi-Fi cookies. I love Brightside has a really good sausage cheddar brioche. It's almost like a muffin in its tall, savory gooiness. I would 100% hit up Baby Chan because their milk bread, whipped cream, strawberry sandwich is the thing that like everyone in my family can agree upon. East Park Donuts is our favorite donut shop, and it runs the gamut of cake and yeast, which in my family is like dividing lines. No one can agree on it. Where else would I go? The Horn, Bread Mama. Whew, yes. I would get some plated desserts at Henrietta Red.
Oh,
I think Abigail is an amazing pastry chef, and I think that dessert program is still flying under the radar. I mean, Buttermilk Ranch's display case, I dare you to go and not drop $50 on every pastry that they have. Sometimes pastries look great, but don't deliver. They look great and they deliver. And then, I mean, my favorite places are like, what I've really loved about Nashville are like the bake sales, the lemonade stands, you have to leave some space for that like moment where you're going to find someone that's running a micro bakery. Oh, my favorite like bread micro bakery is called Lillian Street Bakery. She makes some of the best loaves, baguettes. She has great sourdough. She has an olive loaf that kind of comes in a baguette form that we love. Like I could just split it open, put some meat and some cheese in it and just disappear and pretend I have no responsibilities for a day. Yeah. So basically everywhere. North, south, east, west, go on a long hike afterwards.
What I love the most about hearing this is that I'm sure you're just gathering inspiration all across Nashville.
The reel on my phone of all of the things that I have either loved, like the flavor. Hi-Fi has, I think, some of the most brilliant flavor stories of how they pull flavors and textures together, to packaging, like Pink Door. Their cute packaging is just like so brilliant, to the way a bite of something makes you feel, to just like, yeah, what happens when inspiration strikes. I mean, everything about it. I love it. And I just love spending time with bakers as well. I met like almost half of the morning baking crew at DeAndrews the other morning. I still haven't been to DeAndrews. I just met all these bakers on the street. Yeah, my phone reel and my like notes of all the things that I'm inspired by and love about this town so far, just 12 months in, is, man, that's how I know it's a good life, man. I feel very lucky.
I just wanted to say to listeners at home that are not aware. So Christina started Milk Bar back in 2008 when you were 26 years old. Yeah. And you describe yourself kind of as like, you know, you were into math and you love to bake, but you were also pretty scrappy. Are there any local bakers in Nashville right now that remind you of your old self?
Oh, I mean, I think it's so funny because when I think of scrappy me, I'm like, no, because every time I think of one of them, I'm like, they have their SHIT together so much more than I did back in the day. Oh, wow. And that for me is amazing. It's fascinating that there are this many great bakeries in such a like little big town is a testament to, one, that the people of Nashville have great taste. They know how to show up and support great food. And it's a testament to how much further along these incredibly talented bakers are on their way to just continuing to shape the food profile and personality of this town. I think the one thing that I haven't yet found is my favorite cornbread. I think that's the one thing I'm like, I thought I'd find and get more cornbread, and I just haven't found it yet. Do you have a favorite?
Margot's Cafe might, if they had, it wouldn't be on the menu regularly, but they would
when
probably.
They have it, you better
when they
order
have
12.
It, I'm sure it would be. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, that's a great question. Hey, listeners at home, if you know where we could get some good cornbread, let us know.
Shout it out.
So Nashville, as you know, is a super trendy city. What baking trend is overhyped here?
What baking trend is overhyped? That's a great question. Maybe the like croissant into a like puff pastry croissant dough into a donut into a like the more is more of like, we've got a lot of good stuff here. And it's usually the less is more desserts that I think that move me the most, right? Like it is more, I really believe when I'm digging into my own like creative brain, limitation breeds innovation. And I think the sort of more is more trend, for me, it never really lands on dessert. And this is coming from someone that like, I'm a more is more person when I'm ordering, but the big gaudy stuff doesn't really ever, like the gut buster, big gaudy stuff never really deliver. You know what I mean? They do the thing to the eye, but they never really do the thing to the taste buds. But I feel like most of the bakers here already know that and show the like perfect amount of cool restraint.
That reminds me of Donut Den in Green Hills.
Oh.
They have just a glazed donut.
This is it. This is what I'm talking about,
Yep.
Marie. I brought my kids to Donut Den the other day and they were obsessed with that giant donut on the outside. And then we did the thing where I was like, I bet you this old fashioned glazed, I bet it's going to be the best thing, but also we're going to get one of everything on just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to miss it.
Their glazed donut and cinnamon twist.
Classic.
Oh, so good. So simple.
Oh, no, wait. I have a good one, Marie. My favorite scrappy bakers, and I'm to the point where like I follow them. I will wake up on a Sunday morning to go wherever they're popping up, are Connie and Johnny. Connie and Johnny make some of the most amazing fritters. We've had their maple blueberry. It's amazing on day one, but also amazing on day two. Their banana I just had the other weekend for the first time. Their apple cinnamon, which you'd think would just be like boring and a snooze, is next level. They have been popping up the last few weeks at different coffee shops in the neighborhood. You can pre-order through Instagram or you can just show up and they sell out very quickly. And they're doing it on their terms. They're doing it out of their like own house, their backyard. Their kids show up and help sell the fritters wherever they're going. They're my favorite just ones to watch. They're like kind, gentle humans. They love what they do. They're so, they've been up since like 4:00 in the morning, maybe earlier. But when you're standing in line for one of their fritters, they're just like, hey, what's up? Do you want 1 or 12? And I want 12. They really have something special and they don't know it. Or if they do, they're just so humble and kind about it. They're my favorite, like up and coming baker entrepreneurs.
Wow. Connie and Johnny. I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow them immediately.
With Y, C-O-N-N-Y and J-O-H-N-N-Y.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah. And also a fritter, which is, I think, so very like Southern and Nashville. They're both like simple. They come across as simple, but when you have one, it's so clear how much thought and technique has gone into it.
Well, that sounds a little more traditional. Do you have a sense of maybe what's next on the horizon as far as, pastries and things go? Something new or innovative that's happening here?
It's so good. I mean, I think that we're going to see a lot more. I think we'll see a lot more interesting formats in dessert because of the intersection of media, largely being social media, and the fact that we don't think about whether we're having an online day or an offline day, like what we see with our eyes on our phones really does drive us into what am I going to do today? What am I going to eat today? What am I going to do this weekend? And so I think we're going to see a lot more interesting formats of desserts, which I think is my favorite part about being in this industry. We're really just scratching the surface of what's possible and what we can make and do and build. And I think with that, we're going to see color, we're going to see format, we're going to see like texture and shape and size. I think we'll continue to see a lot more in the color space of things that are green and things that are yellow. So you think about like Dubai chocolate just had a moment. I think pistachio is just getting started in it really coming into our lives in like a bigger, deeper way, both because it's pretty to look at and it's so good to eat. I think we'll continue to see a lot more of like red fruit things, whether that's strawberry and raspberry, or it's things like hibiscus or dragon fruit, things that bring bring tartness and acidity, but sweetness and color. I think we'll start to see more root vegetables, not just because it's the fall, of course, and like traditional like pumpkin, butternut squash, but also more ube, right? That like purple yam in a really beautiful, interesting way. And I think we're going to keep pushing the bounds of what is and isn't chocolate, which I'm excited about. And I will say, I think we're going to see a lot more vegan and gluten-free things that are big and brilliant and delicious, and not just sort of like a gluten-free chocolate chip or like things that really happen to be those things that are also like beautiful works of art.
I'm very excited now too. Wow. Things to come in 2026. What's one baked good that never fails to make you feel comforted? And have you found it here in Nashville?
My biggest dessert comfort food is chocolate chip cookie dough. That is, I put in a teacup and I microwave for like 5 seconds. So it's not a baked chocolate. It's a warm scoop of chocolate chip cookie dough, basically, where the chocolate chips are melted. I largely make that for myself because no one really sells chocolate chip cookie dough in that way, but I would love for someone to put it on their menu, right? Of like just some real boss energy. I will say like my second comfort food is I love a Queen Amman. And I usually, if I go to Dozen for like my crunchy sourdough loaf, will get one of their Queen Ammans and I bring it home. And on day 2, I put it in the air fryer. So it like caramelizes in all the right ways and is gooey and buttery with that sugar syrup in the center. I like the differentiation of like temperature and texture. And I like the simple stuff, right? Like chocolate, a Queen Amman is like butter, flour, sugar with a little bit of salt. That's my like super duper at home comfort food. And then my going out but at home comfort dessert as well.
Have you had the chocolate chip skillet cookie from Lachlan Table?
I live a few blocks from Lachlan and I have not had it.
Oh,
I
will say,
is that basically like my teacup?
You might enjoy that.
Okay, girl.
It's pretty raw in the middle.
Top
and
of the list.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, you've moved to Nashville. So is your mom. And you're clearly in love with our town, which is wonderful. Thank you so much.
I love Nashville and I love being able to, I feel very grateful to get to call it home.
But can we get an exclusive hint at what you might be cooking up here?
I just did a bake sale with Cookies for Kids Cancer at Newhoff, just outside of Baby Chan a few weeks ago, which was super duper fun. I think I'm still wrapping my head around it all. Like, I think it'd be really fun to have a milk bar here. I think I'm just wrapping my head around, do I? What? Where? When?
Can we start a petition?
I literally,
please?
my neighbors, because like Baker's going to bake. And as a baker, to have room to bake every day, you have to give your baked goods away, right? Like there's too many baked goods. So my neighbors are all like, the benefactors of my baked goods. And I joke, I'm like, we don't have a commercial license at my house, but I'm like, I'm just going to get a neon sign that just says like hot cookies. And y'all can just come roll on through and it's not even a bake sale. I'll just hand you whatever is coming in or out of the oven. But I've been doing just a lot of baking at home through the lens of Bake Club, which is this online baking community that I started a few years ago and do every single week. I'm constantly recipe testing that. So I'm trying to figure out like, is it Bake Club? Is it more Bake Club? Is it just a hilarious, you can just literally roll on through and get some whatever baked goods I'm baking because I love to feed people? Or is it something bigger in milk bar form? I don't know. But this is how my brain works. You've cracked my head open this morning, Marie. You've gotten all the thoughts.
Listeners at home,
Zero
you've
commitment,
heard
all
it
the
here
thoughts.
first. I love this. Tell your friends. Just wander around East and see if you can see the hot sign. My mom has almost like wrecked her car when she's driven by Krispy Kreme and the hot sign is on. And she's like,
respect.
Yeah,
We've all been
respect.
there. That's a great donut.
Well, Christina, this again, I really am pinching myself. Can't wait to see what you do next.
All right.
Thank you for joining us
Thanks
here.
for having me.
That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. And don't forget, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Nashville neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your friends, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Toodles!